Would you dare to show up to a job interview without the required qualifications? You wouldn't, right? In fact, if a man tries to get into a senior position in a company without the experience and knowledge needed, he will not be able to make it. That's why men work extra hours, study STEM careers, and even take on jobs that most people, including women, don't want to do. Men with entitlement are mocked because no matter how much political correctness and other movements promote the acceptance of men's emotions, deep down everyone knows that men have to do their job regardless. But what about these modern women? None of these rules apply. Just because they're women, they think they deserve top-tier men, senior positions, and big-ass mansions. Oh, and a base for their flowers along with flower food.
All right, Dahlia, how can I help you?
I got these flowers like 3 days ago, and the person who gave them to me just gave them like this.
So what's wrong with giving you flowers like that?
No vase, no water, no flower food, just this.
Hold on. Are you serious?
It just seems like a little half-assed, you know.
No. If a guy gets you flowers, he's not thinking about a vase and flower food unless he's a goddamn florist or something. I mean, like, why don't you have a vase? Doesn't that say more about you?
I'm taking him to work because I have a vase at work, and I just remembered today.
Okay, Dahlia, what's your overall message here?
Bring the vase, guys. Just simply bring the vase.
Entitlement is at an all-time high, and men are sick and tired. In today's video, we'll delve into modern women's entitlement, why they don't deserve the time of day, and most importantly, why men are done with it. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Shimron Jr., who's been on the channel for a long minute now. He said, "The amount of women that do OF, what's wrong with women?" It's a simple question, and yet it's the crux of the issue. That is, the decay of Western society's values plagued by OF demons, and I'm not sure there's any coming back from it, especially when it's just the norm. Either way, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment, and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever.
Look, it's okay if you want respect, attention, love, and whatnot. Who wouldn't want that? However, as a man, you're probably aware that if you want to be respected, you need to respect others, regardless of their socioeconomic status. A man who thinks he's the boss when he ain't shit and makes no money is pretty much a joke. No woman, and certainly no men, will treat him seriously. Oh, and it doesn't matter how attractive he is. In contrast, modern women who use lots of cuss words, dismiss men as scumbags, and identify as high value, even if they have nasty personalities, can freely say that they're a 10 out of 10. This whole mindset proves that men and women play by different rules because a man's value is decided by the market, whereas a woman's value is dictated by herself. And the man who tells her she ain't that special is a bad person. Give me a break.
But why do you think you deserve so much? Why do you think you deserve so much? That's what I want to know.
Because look at me. Every girl deserves to be treated like a queen.
Yes. That is bullshit.
Wait, but why?
Did she say that every woman deserves to be treated like a queen? Yes, she did. Imagine what a man who says that all men should be treated as kings would be treated like. He would probably be mocked by the majority of women and even men who have worked their asses off to enjoy their positions. To make matters worse, some crazy chicks are getting what they want despite their questionable pasts, which is another reason why modern women freely sleep around and try to settle down afterwards with no regrets.
How can you be my wife, my queen, my soulmate? These times men can see your for $4.99 a month, bruv.
Yeah, but then
Netflix is £10, bruv.
Yeah, but then
Netflix is £10. That means my girl's is worth less than Netflix, bruv. That's mad.
Castillo is spot on. These modern women think they can do whatever they want, including being promiscuous, and still get men who will respect them. No, that's not the case. Some men out there might use them as side chicks, sex zone them, and whatever, but no man really wants to marry a woman whose body and escapades, girls' nights out, are circulating all over the internet. Here's another thing that proves why modern women can do whatever they want and still feel entitled to top-tier men.
The world amazed me when I came to know your existence. Who you are and what you deserve is a constant love's persistence. I wish nothing more than to be the one who loves you day and night, to cherish you and adore you, and to feel your magic so bright. You are my other half, part of me I've been.
Good luck to that man. He's put himself in a very bad position, and regardless of how many modest women who are better wife prospects than Riley exist in this world, he decided to marry Riley. To each his own, right? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that modern women will utilize all these happenings to justify their questionable behaviors. They will sleep around, disrespect men, and hit the club as much as they want because if a man rejects them, it's just because he can't handle boss ladies and their sexual past. The good thing about this whole situation is that men are finally waking up and not accepting women with this kind of behavior. Media and society have encouraged some women to act entitled to a man's attention, wealth, and energy, and a man who should be setting the standards in a relationship often puts up with narcissistic women who care about nothing else but their own gratification. If you are one such man who tolerates that type of behavior and mindset because of what they offer sexually, you should know you're wasting your time.
watch it, buddy.
Stop giving all your attention to these women, because when you don't do it, they put you on a pedestal. They value you. They think of you as better. See, all the guys that give them attention, all the guys that give them constant validation, all in their DMs, liking all their pictures, they think they're better than them dudes. They look down upon them dudes. But the dudes who ain't doing that, the dudes who focus on his grind, on his money, on his mission, that's the guy who she looking at. That's the guy she chasing. That's the guy she trying to figure.
Society has tricked men into thinking that women are all sugar, spice, and everything nice, but that's nothing but a lie. Women are used, and even some women use themselves as sexual objects, so men think of women as pieces of meat that they have to hunt. Luckily, men are stepping out of that toxic mindset and putting women in their place, especially when they misbehave. This is what happens when women are put in their place.
After all the bad boys that I dated, I thought, you know what, let me just date the good guy. And that didn't work out because I felt like superior to him.
There was no sexual polarity.
It just didn't work out because I felt like I was the boss. I felt
Did you find yourself snapping on him and getting a little bit more disrespectful than you normally would?
Very.
That's typically what happens.
Yeah. And I did things to him that I wouldn't do to Katie. And it's unfortunate because he's the good guy. He didn't do anything to me. The problem is that he didn't put me in my place when he should have, whenever that was supposed to happen. At some point in our relationship, he didn't put me in my place as the woman, as his woman, and he didn't show me that he can lead. So I felt like I was leading the entire household when it's really supposed to be him.
Putting women in their place is far from insecure or toxic. In fact, it's a necessity. It's not all negative for men because men's standards are finally changing for the better. Instead of putting up with disrespect and bad attitudes just to get some intimacy, they want women who are feminine 24/7. If a girl does not comply with your boundaries and even plays mind games on you, she's automatically kicked to the curb. She can freely go ahead and get a new man that will probably accept her disrespect. Women now are all suffering from delusions of grandeur. Just about every woman is wallowing in their own self-importance. The entitled mindsets women have adopted make them incredibly unattractive. Women, of course, have no idea how men operate. Women universally see men as nothing but pests who need to be flicked away or exploited. Worse, women now want it all from a man, yet are prepared to give nothing or very little in return. Dating has become a complex and challenging experience for many men, leading them to question the value and purpose of pursuing romantic relationships. Here are some key justifications for why men opt out of dating. Firstly, the single life offers a sense of freedom and independence that many men find appealing. They can focus on personal growth, pursue their interests, and enjoy their own company without the responsibilities and compromises that come with being in a relationship. This autonomy allows men to prioritize their own goals and ambitions, leading to a fulfilling and satisfying life. Secondly, there is an immense pressure on men to find the perfect match. Society often places unrealistic expectations on men to meet certain standards of attractiveness, success, and personality traits. This pressure to conform to societal ideals can be overwhelming and discouraging for men, causing them to feel inadequate or unworthy of pursuing romantic relationships. Additionally, relationships can feel challenging for men due to various factors. Building and maintaining a healthy relationship requires time, effort, and emotional investment. Men may hesitate to enter relationships because they anticipate the potential challenges that come with navigating differences in communication styles, emotional needs, and personal boundaries. The fear of potential conflicts or emotional hardships can dissuade men from pursuing romantic involvement. Moreover, men may feel that relationships no longer bring them happiness or fulfillment. Negative past experiences such as heartbreak or betrayal can contribute to a sense of disillusionment and emotional detachment. Some men may question whether the effort and emotional investment required in relationships are worth the potential pain or disappointment that may arise.
Why is it that an independent woman seems like she can't be a good mate, wife, or mother? Like, I still want to cook for my, even if I'm busting my ass.
It's counterintuitive, right? Because
what part is?
Independent.
Okay.
Right? It's the same thing as saying that you want a dependent man. These two go opposite of each other because an independent woman depends on no one and a dependent man can't be dependent on.
What should we depend on our man for?
For protection, provision. It could be spiritual guide. It could be education. A man that wants to
You haven't said money yet.
The priest, the prophet, that's being a provider. That's provision.
But I'm saying, like, all of these things that I would want for a man, I would love when men pay for my shit.
But that doesn't mean that you can't have your own money.
But also, why did you go directly to the independent and the dependent?
Do because you not those are the polar opposites.
But do you not believe that two independent people can exist together in a relationship?
I don't think they need each other. I think that what is the point of having relationships? The same thing if you get a business partner that you don't need.
Lastly, a significant reason why men choose not to date is the societal expectation for men to fulfill multiple roles and responsibilities within a relationship. Men often face pressure to be providers, protectors, and problem solvers, which can create a heavy burden of expectation. The expectation to constantly meet these demands can lead to feelings of stress, overwhelm, and a sense of being undervalued. This societal expectation places a tremendous amount of pressure on men and can significantly impact their willingness to engage in romantic relationships. In conclusion, men's decision not to date stems from a variety of reasons: the allure of the single life, the pressure to find a perfect match, the challenges inherent in relationships, diminishing happiness, and the burden of societal expectations all play a role in shaping men's choices. It's important to recognize and respect individual choices and preferences when it comes to dating and relationships. By understanding these reasons, we can foster a more inclusive and empathetic society that values personal autonomy and well-being. And finally, let's check this Quora post to this question: why are men not dating anymore? Then we have a huge number of women who are out to exploit men for money. The entire thing has become a game of sports to play men for everything they can be squeezed for. This mindset women have is also being played out in the real world, where women seem to think their value in life is far greater than that of men. Is it any wonder so many men just want to stay away from women who have seriously lost the plot? Not to mention hypergamy. All in all, men should look for a woman who brings a handful of traits to the table: peace, cooperation, consistency, submission, sex, commitment, and gratitude. Only a woman with these traits, plus your own preferences, deserves your attention. Combative, bossy, and argumentative ladies don't. No matter how much they claim to be boss babes, they're low-hanging fruit that, most of the time, ends up rotten sooner rather than later. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? What other things make these women feel entitled to top-tier men? Have you ever dealt with a woman like this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.